What's up, family? Welcome to the Mental Game Podcast. As you can see, we got special guests today, and one- and
I
one
ain't
and one
back. We
and
got
one
a
new
special
face.
guest.
Sam came back and he brought something with him. Hey man, look, we here talking about real versus feel, man. Let's talk about it, man, right now. Life's a mental game. You need the right mentality to survive, man. Welcome, family. Welcome to the Mental Game Podcast. As y'all can see, my boy is back,
I'm back.
and my little princess is here. This is my little niece, Jaslyn. Say hi to the world, Jaslyn. She's making her podcast debut. It's her first one. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting the exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Easy on me podcast ain't even got this. You know what I'm saying?
Shots
No.
fired.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Nah. All love, man. All love. But man, dude. Oh, let me see. I'm
Now
at.
y'all see why I've been gone.
Yeah. Now this is why Sam ain't been here. Been playing daddy. Been daddy. We're probably gonna have to call cousin in here in a little bit.
What's wrong, mama? She see that bottle. That's probably why.
Yeah. She was like, Daddy, I see that over there, and yeah, I'm gonna need that because I'm a little hungry over here. She just woke up from a nap. Um, but yeah, man, we back, dude. Today's topic is real versus feel, man. You know what I'm saying? The mental game of the day, the mental game of the week, you know what I'm saying? Because by the time you see this, it's gonna be a mental Monday. Is just notice it, accept it, then move on. And I felt like that was fitting because it's all right, boo. I felt like that was fitting for this week because, you know what I'm saying, we're talking about real versus feel. You know what I'm saying? Usually, real is the facts. You know what I'm saying? What you feel is like normally what you think. But you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into these questions. We're gonna go and get in these questions. While Jasmine letting us, you know what I'm saying, she being quiet, she look like she going back to sleep. But tell the people where you been at, man.
As y'all can see, well, y'all already knew I was becoming a dad.
Right.
But she's here, full effect, give me the blues. So
In full triple D mode, it's daddy daughter day for
yeah.
Sam right now.
And at the same time, I move closer to the mental game. I'm gonna say the mental game layer.
Yeah, for sure.
So I've been
For sure,
doing
for sure.
that, being a daddy, moving. So back at it.
For sure, man. Okay. All right. What else, man? How's your week been?
Hot.
Hot, man. I feel you, bro.
Hot.
I'm out there with
It was hot. Nonetheless, got it done. No complaints.
you. Uh-huh.
I ran into a little hiccup, but deal with that another day.
For sure.
So
We'll deal with it Monday.
yeah.
Yeah. But okay, man. Shoot. All right, with that being said, all right, we talking about real versus feel. And we're gonna tie a whole bunch of stuff in there. There's a whole bunch of stuff we could tie into real versus feel, man. What are your red flags?
As far
As
as
far as like, okay, let's say in your relationship, what are red flags for you?
what are red flags for me,
Hmm. And we
uh,
know you. I know you for most of my time. You know what I'm saying? Before Jaslyn came along, of course. You know what I'm saying? You were the single one. You know what I'm saying? So you out there in those dating streets. You know what I'm saying? When I was cooped up in the house. So what were your red flags, man, when you was out there doing your thing?
my biggest one, and I can't cut corner for is disloyal.
Disloyalty?
I can't.
Okay, I feel that. I agree with that one wholeheartedly. You gotta be loyal.
Gotta
Gotta
be
be.
loyal.
Okay.
Loyal as far as being truthful.
Okay.
Always be truthful with yourself.
Mhm.
Don't try to lie for your gains because you like a situation, but you're not ready for a situation.
Right.
Give that person a chance to make that decision themselves. And
Mhm.
I ran into that a lot when I was back in the dating scene,
Mhm.
and it was just hard for me to just take in my past relationships you know,
Oh yeah.
I have been done like that in the past
Mhm.
because I'm a good man. I feel like I'm a great man. And I had one relationship. That person wanted to live that life, that lifestyle of the nightlife and party and everything.
Mhm.
But when you come home, you want to play house, and that didn't mix well. And we came to agreement and went our separate ways. But that stained me a little bit.
Right,
You
right,
know what I
right.
mean?
I mean, it's kind of like, with that, with anything in life that that we doing, you want to take what you went through and kind of learn from it, and kind of, you know, we ain't trying to. I mean, and I know you not trying to just be like, oh, I'm hurt, and like you just
No, 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 no,
always in
no.
heal mode. You
No,
know what I mean?
I always give the next person a
Give them a fair
chance.
chance, right?
Yeah,
Clean slate. You know what
I
I'm saying? I'm gonna let you show me. I'm gonna let you show me, and then I'll go according to what you show me. Yeah.
I don't believe I might hurt a lot of feelings out there. I don't believe in that healing shit.
Right.
You know, that scar is always gonna be there,
Uh huh.
whether
Like as
it's
far as relationships, or just
yes,
like,
it's period.
yeah,
You know what
it's
I'm
like,
saying?
yeah, they just like it's a
If that womb is open or closed, you still see it. It's still visual.
right,
It's
right, right.
always gonna be there.
Uh huh.
So it's adapting to what happened to you and moving forward, and don't be blind to those telltale signs
Yeah.
again. You know what I'm
More like
saying?
adapt. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You know what I'm
adapt to
saying?
it. Adapt to
You
it.
gonna heal. You gonna heal with time. You gonna heal with time, but you
That
gotta
come
move on.
yeah, that comes with it.
Right.
It's more of not healing, it's adapting.
Mhm.
Okay, this happened to me. This person did that to me. I when I deal with somebody else and I can see the signs before even letting that happen, I need to exit. You
Right.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. Protect yourself. Protect your heart.
At all
That's
times.
that's understandable. That's understandable. But that whole uh, nah, I'm not, cause I need to heal. Yeah, no, don't nobody got time for that. Not in this day and age.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
now if
saying?
you need time to ease your mind and heal that, then that's
Get your mental game
understandable.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
that's
was a plug. That was
understandable.
a plug. Yeah.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Uh huh.
But as far as like healing and I'm real big on opportunities only come once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
So
At least
so
you treat them like that. Yeah.
yeah, so
Absolutely.
if something comes to you to the forefront
Mhm.
and it might be God like
Yeah.
sending
Like here
you.
you go.
It's
Yeah.
everybody
For
thinking
sure.
is your timing. It's not your timing.
Mhm.
It's God's timing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you can miss out on God's blessings, and God could take that blessing from you and be like, well, you missed out on it. You
I feel
didn't
you.
take it and receive it when I try to give it to you.
Right.
So I don't agree when people like, oh, it's my timing and oh, it's not your timing, it's God's timing. You might break up from an abusive relationship one week, and 3 weeks later, yo ever deserving king or queen is right
Yeah.
there
Right there, trying to get at you.
trying to
Yeah.
get at you, and you too busy being scarred from a past. Well, dwelling, because
Dwelling on
you
the
already
past.
scarred. Well,
Right.
dwelling on the past,
Right.
and already this person already set up for failure because you taking somebody else's mistakes and putting it in the image of them.
Right.
Like that's not fair.
Mhm.
I don't feel like that's fair.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And I always been told, and it's I make people think about themselves. Oh, you had an attitude at me, but you talking to so and so. I'm not mad at so and so. I'm mad at
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
why would I be mad at so and so when you the problem, you
Yeah,
the
for
issue?
sure. And that,
No,
man, I commend you for that, bro, because you one of the people that I noticed that does that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people out here, and it's human nature, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? When you mad, you kind of blow up on everybody and everybody close to you.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I can see you like I've seen you like go off on a person and then switch. Yeah, so just that another, you know what I'm saying? It's funny now, but yeah.
yeah, because
Yeah,
I believe in fair. It's not fair. I can sit here and argue with my mother and turn around and talk to you like
yeah,
Majority of the
Ah,
time,
she like,
I make
it's
that
all
dis
right,
yeah, I
man. She
make that
just
disclaim
tripping.
yeah, I
Yeah,
make that disclaimer. Like,
right.
if it's written on my face, I'm like, man, what's wrong with you? I'm not nothing, man. Leave me alone, man. I'm not doing that. Majority of the time, I say, hey, man, look, I just got in a argument, or I'm just this happened, that happened.
Yeah,
I'm not putting that on the next person. It's not fair to the next
for
person.
sure, for sure. Cause I mean, they got women. There's women out here, and of course, there's men out here that's like, I've been hurt. I've been doing this. I've been through that. I've been through this. I've been through that. I'm just not ready right now. And
And
you know what I'm saying?
that's understandable too,
Right.
because it's I believe you not ready. Like, you dramatize abuse, and you full of anger or full of hurt,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want to project that on the next person.
Right.
That's understandable,
Uh
but
huh.
at the same time, let that person know, like, hey, this was in my mental, this was in my mind, this is
Yeah.
what I'm going through.
Uh huh.
You don't have to let them know, but you know what I'm saying? Just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Not right now.
I got
Not
you.
right now.
I
Not
got you.
right now.
Yeah, and that's acceptable. That's understandable.
Not right now. But
But
in
yeah.
that same breath, like, people are selfish.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You might tell that person, not right now, but I want you to stay right here next to me.
Yeah, and that's not fair to anybody
That's
else.
not fair to that
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, that's
I
not
want you
fair.
to stay here right next to me.
Yeah.
No, I'm not ready, but I want you to stay here right next to me
Mm-hmm.
until I get my mind. That's not fair to that person.
Uh-uh.
Let that person go out and flourish.
Yeah,
And
because then you gonna mistreat that person, and
exactly.
not spoil the person. You gonna not hinder him. What's the word I'm looking for? Um, you gonna ruin that person. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? For lack of a better word, you gonna ruin them because you're not giving your full self. You know what I'm saying? So okay, red flag. So red flag, disloyalty. What would that be? I would say just not. Say I told y'all she didn't want that bonnet on her head. Yeah, get that out of here. My baby said, man, what is this? It's hot. Yes, indeed. Uncle, sorry, all these lights in here. But I don't know, man, cause I'm trying to see what else, man. What else? What else? So disloyalty. What I'm trying to find a word for that. That describes that whole situation.
Disloyalty, and another big one on me is respect.
Respect.
I always show respect.
Well, yeah, I mean that's kind of one of the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta. I don't know. You gotta have that should come first. Respect should come first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then loyalty.
Yeah. I feel you if you respect that person, you gonna show loyalty.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm big on that. I'm big on that. Big on loyalty, big on respect. You know what I'm saying? And I like I told you, I always say like a thing I do, as like, I always say something. Like when I do my greetings and stuff, I always say it twice. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So that way I know you heard me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, good morning, morning, morning. Or if, like I told you, if I say grand healthy risings or grand rising, I'm only say that once because that's gonna throw you off. You're gonna listen to that either way.
Hmm.
But I'm always giving my respect first. So that way, whatever you come back with, if it's disrespectful, like, okay, now I see how to go about, saying the conversation between me and that other person.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? I always with everybody, everything I could hear and kind of like piggybacking on what you said. I could hear everything in the world about, what I'm saying? Like I could be pre-warned about you and all that. I'ma still give you a chance. You know what I'm saying? I'ma still show you some type of respect. But you know what I'm saying? I always leave with my respect. So I know anything that comes after if it's disrespectful, then you know what I'm saying, that was there's nothing to do with me because I'm showing my respect. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So that I'm big on that. Big on that. But let me see. Let me see. Let's move to the any other red flags, bro, that you have? Okay, we got two. We got two on the table. Respect and loyalty. Disloyalty and saying disloyalty and disrespect. Red flags.
Uh,
I got you.
uh,
I know these rapid
I
fire, these
for
like random.
me, for
Oh,
me, cause I see a lot of people doing that, and when I see other people doing it, I tell them quick in a hurry. I don't agree with it,
mm-hmm.
and that's belittling.
Ah, I got
Yeah,
you.
I got a big pet peeve. That's a red flag for me for belittling somebody because we all are equal,
Kind of like
regardless of how
trying to
you.
embarrass somebody or some shit
Yeah,
like that. I
man,
got you.
just on every aspect,
Mm-hmm.
cause finances, personality, looks,
Uh huh.
and
And they be, yeah, yeah,
disabilities,
be like,
and
you trying to get with me, or you trying to like, yeah, you trying to get with me, and you down in me, like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
got you, I got you, I got you. Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that either. It's like, it's kind of like a superiority thing. Like, saying people are trying to put themselves over somebody at that point. You know what I mean?
All right. What you?
Man, she's just happy. She's in a new environment. This is my baby first time being over here. So, saying she tried checking out everything, checking out the walls and stuff. So she good. And now her back hurts. She said that.
Text her cousin.
Huh?
Text her cousin. But yeah, on your week, how did your week go, bro?
Man, my week was short, thankfully. And you know what I'm saying? Cause Monday, even though everybody else was off, my dispatcher took it upon herself to make sure I wasn't. So um, I
I
had
worked
to.
Monday too, but
Man, that's what I'm
you
saying.
wasn't alone.
I'm just speaking for myself, dog. But you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And it was like, it's gonna be a short day. Nah, I had a full day. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm never gonna complain when I have the opportunity to make money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was easy money. You're already getting paid for that day anyway, and then you just doubling up on top of that. So that was cool with me. I mean, my week it was cool, man. It's always cool with me. You know what I mean? Just just trying to keep an eye on my mom, and with her sister passing, trying to get her mind off it. Really, and
How did you deal with that? I don't think you touched on that last
nah,
week.
I was very sad, man, because that whole situation, that whole situation was sad. You know what I'm saying? It was like, because they didn't really have a service,
Hmm.
no burial or anything like that. They just did like the cremation and stuff. Okay, good.
Jasmine told me to tell y'all bye. She had to exit the room real quick.
But yeah, man, it was just that situation was sad. I felt like, my Aunt Candy had an issue, man. She was a 50 plus year drug addict. You know what I'm saying? She we all know, as black people, like, it's
Hmm.
always somebody in the family, unfortunately, that has to deal with that. And you know what I'm saying, we know what it does to a person,
Yeah.
financially, physically, mentally. And you know my Aunt Candy, along the way of her life, she kind of burned a bunch of bridges, rubbed a bunch of people the wrong way, family, um you know all in that little swirl of, you know being a user. So it was sad, man, because I felt like people didn't care.
Hmm.
And I barely got to see my Aunt Candy, and I was kind of, I was hurt because my Aunt Candy never did anything to me personally, but I can understand the different feelings. So um but I really felt for my mom, man, because my mom made sure she was there, in the final moments. She tried to be there every step of the way. She actually stayed out there with my aunt while she was in hospice. And I appreciate my mom, and I commend my mom for doing this. You know what I'm saying? Because she basically didn't want her little sister to die alone. And
Yeah,
I
I
felt
remember you
that was
telling me
sad,
that.
man. I felt that was very, very sad. You know what I'm saying? Just thinking about that, man. And it's just, that's hard, man. That's hard, man. To just sit up there, like, can you picture sitting up in the hospital with Donovan, and it's just you. There's nobody else is coming to, like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
my
just,
mama went through kind of the same scenario with my uncle, so
yeah,
it was.
man. But that's when it was just sad, man. It was sad for me, dude. I remember when I called y'all, you know what I'm saying, you called me. I, text y'all and let y'all know what was happening. I tried to hold it together, man, but I had to, I had to let it out, man, cuz that whole situation, it was just sad, man. And
Yeah.
and then just I keep peeping in and checking on my mom cuz she was there the whole time. And we I can't say it too loud cuz Nana in the other room. We planning this trip, to go to Florida, try to, get out the city, get away, to try to do something fun, relax and stuff like that. But yeah, man, that's
For hold on, let me
was
chime in real quick.
what you got?
Because when that situation happened, I was telling people it's okay to grieve, man.
Yeah, yes indeed, yes
Let
indeed.
that shit out. It's not okay in the moment. I'm not. Oh, it's gonna be okay, man. Let that shit out. Let it out. Don't let it consume you.
Mhm,
When you have those emotions and those feelings,
mhm,
let it out. Let it
mhm,
go. You have. It's okay in
mhm,
that moment. It's
mhm.
okay to grieve. It's okay to hurt.
Yeah, it's okay to feel.
Yes,
It's okay to
yes.
feel,
Let that
man.
shit
Let
out, man.
feel that stuff. Cause I felt. I ain't gonna lie, man. I felt much, much better. Just like, you know what I'm saying. But I was just happy. I just like me. I'm just happy. Some people cared. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I know I know the immediate family. What, like, of course, my mom, Marcus, Aaron, AJ, Kim. I know we were tore up by it. You know what I'm saying? I can't really speak and say the same for my other family. Um, y'all let me know. Not in the comments though.
Hmm.
Text me, let me know if I got it wrong, I got it wrong. You know what I'm saying? I stand on that. But from what I was hearing and what I experienced, kind of everybody was like, everybody was kind of through with it all, because, you know, my Aunt Candy, she was according to the stories I heard, she was something else, man. But it's okay to feel, man. I'm just glad, I'm glad it's I'm glad she's not sick anymore,
Hmm.
because man, she took a turn for the worse. You know what I'm saying? Before she died, man, she had like cephalitis in the brain. She had, her blood was sepsis. She had a lot going on. That's just she. It was like four major things that was going on with her,
Hmm.
and the antibiotics kicked. A couple of them. But I think she still had the pneumonia, and had to be on a ventilator, machine to breathe for, and that was just like, that's why I told you, man. I told you, I told T, I told my mom, I told my brothers, like, look, man, if I'm that bad, bro, let me go, cause that's not no quality of life.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Me hooked up to stuff, assisting me to be able to, like, nah, man, let me off. You know what I'm saying? Let me find my way to that light. You know what I'm saying? If I fight a little bit, let me fight. But man, let
Beforehand,
me
she
go.
said she was already in vegetable state, right?
Yeah, yes, because
Yeah.
they didn't know how she was gonna come back. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like her mental state was, what I'm saying, wouldn't have been up
Shot.
to the par. Yeah,
Yeah.
she wouldn't have been able to take care of herself. You know what I'm saying? Somebody would have been taking care of her probably for the rest of her life. You know what I'm saying? That
Hmm.
she would have kicked it. But you know what I'm saying, most importantly, man, I'm like, you know, I'm glad my mom, because my mom, I ain't gonna say too much, you know what I'm saying, 'cause I don't know what all my mom to say. My mom was really worried about her sister, you know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
because my Aunt Candy would go missing sometimes, and we all know why.
Hmm.
And, my mom, I'm just speaking for what I know, and I know my mom, I know what my mom told me, you know what I'm saying, my mom be worried about her, because she'll go missing. And, my mom necessarily, kind of glad, my mom doesn't really have to, she doesn't have to worry anymore. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like you said, she has peace of mind on that part of it. So, rest in peace to Aunt Candy, Claudette. I always knew her as Aunt Candy. And Aunt Candy
Man.
never did a bad she ain't never did a bad thing to me. But you know what I'm saying? According to, the stories, other people she might have rubbed the wrong way, but She'll be she's loved and she's missed over here. Regardless.
Amen.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Moving on. Moving on. Yeah, I thought the grief episode was last time. Shoot. Nah. But let's see. Let's see. Hey. So what have you learned about yourself recently, Sam?
About
I know. I
myself.
know. We experienced yesterday. I learned something about Sam yesterday. I mean,
Oh
I already
man.
knew it. Just to grow. Look, but go ahead and tell the people what have you learned about yourself recently.
Like this, I learned to second think, but
Learn to sit.
the
Learn to
second
let me
think
process this. He learned to Sam
yeah,
learned to process. Man, we had a
when the situation's
yeah
hot,
yeah for real. He learned to process because
all
man.
the stuff I lose in the
Mm-hmm.
process. People
Mm-hmm.
that's counting on me,
Absolutely.
that second thought, I learned to have that second thought. That comes from
Absolutely.
maturity because
Absolutely.
21-year-old, 20-year-old, yes, Sam was just lost it. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? I would have lost it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man, I've besides me being impatient, I think I've learned recently. Um, I've learned. I guess I could say the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and piggyback it, man, because I've really. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. I when we had the episode last week with Jamie, we were talking about it's good to be angry. I learned. Saying, and this is through talking with you. I've learned, that a lot of good things can come from being angry. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And that everybody's looking at being angry as like a negative thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not holding on to being angry. You know what I'm saying? I really, my process of things. I got to talk it out. I got to
Yeah,
talk about it. I got to talk about it. But in anger, man, like I don't know. It's like a lot of that. It causes you to think about stuff. You know what I'm saying? It brings things to the forefront that you think about and you can process it. You know what I'm saying? So I learned that recently, and I think that's why I came up with that episode. It's good to be angry. You know what I'm saying? I learned that anger is a good thing. Can be a good thing if you use it correctly. I
that's
learned
one
that
big
about
one. If you
myself.
use it correctly,
Yeah.
I like I told you in the heat of the moment, like being angry. Yeah, it's a good thing, but being angry and expressing yourself right in the moment
Mm-hmm.
instead of harping on it later is just that's just gonna fuel that anger to that fame just gonna get bigger and
Mm-hmm.
bigger. I was telling you about
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Like in that moment, express yourself instead of letting it.
Letting it fester and grow, and then
Yes,
all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, all of a sudden it's back here and then you start moving shit around, then all of a sudden something happening. Like, dang man, this is what you got to deal with the monster when you encounter
yeah,
it.
and we all do it. Like
Yeah, I think that's a human thing.
somebody will peep something, you will peep something, and it instantly like set off that fuse.
Mm-hmm.
But you won't explode. Not even I ain't gonna say explode. That's the end result, because people always explode.
Mm-hmm.
But you sit there and harp on it for days on end
Mm-hmm.
until you explode.
Mm-hmm.
Man, address that shit right
Mm-hmm.
then and there.
Yeah.
Excuse my French,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. Nah, for sure,
express
for sure, for sure.
express and address it right then and there.
But society's always telling people like, you know, you know, like that's like keeping the peace, and it's like we talk about all the time. Movies, TV shows, they
Hmm.
always try to teach you to well, not express your anger. They always try to teach you to kind of like bury it, mull it over, forget about it, this, that, and the other,
Hell
instead
no,
of
I don't know
instead of
how.
addressing it. You
I
know what I
don't
mean?
know how.
I don't know. I don't know. You like, nah, nah.
I
We gonna
don't know
talk
how.
about nah, nah,
Shit.
nah. We talk about
Yeah, I
nah.
don't know how.
Yeah, but
I just learned how to say it in a different way now.
right. Yeah, yeah. Be more mature
More
about it
mature. I know how to be more mature about it,
for
cause
sure. Heck yeah, man. Because I mean, it's like we always say. There's always a negative and positive way to process things, to do things. You know what I'm saying? There's a
hmm
right way and a wrong way about every way. You feel me? I'm put that on a shirt. The right way and the wrong way about every way. Huh.
No, for
Yeah.
sure.
But nah man, but but your situation, man, I'm proud of you by the way, dog. If I didn't tell you,
I
I'm proud of
appreciate
you.
it, bro.
I was witness to the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I seen it all go down. Well, not seen it, I heard it all go down. And you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, and I was thinking the same thing. I was like, man, in the situation. Tell us about the situation, like kind of paraphrase, because I know you're gonna deal with it. And it's, we gonna talk about it. We're not supposed to be thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be enjoying the weekend, but explain kind of what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like paraphrase if you have to.
Uh,
Just paraphrase, like short, sweet, like this happened, this happened, this happened.
I was told one thing.
Uh huh.
Somebody came and told this person. No, I was told one. I asked for a
You asked
favor.
for a favor.
It
You were
was
told yes.
I was
It was
told
cool.
yes. I was told yes. It was cool.
Mm
And another person came to the mix and asked the person that was gonna do the favor for me for to do them a favor.
hmm. Right.
So the person that said yes to my favor came to me and told me, "Nah, I can't do your favor. And on top of that, I need you to do this favor that this person just came to me, just came to me and asked me to
Uh huh.
do."
Uh huh. But that's not the kicker part.
Yeah,
That's not the kicker part. That's not the
and
bad
I'm like, "Nah,
part.
like nah." You know what I'm saying? It's that's crazy for you to sit there and backdoor like that. Like we supposed to be cool. We supposed to be in this,
Co-workers, we supposed to be
yeah,
family
this
oriented.
family or
Yeah.
whatever. And and I joke with you and laugh with you all the time,
Uh huh.
but that don't give you a green light to disrespect me. But once you disrespect me and tell me that, oh yeah, you gonna do this,
Mm
you gonna do this. Excuse my French.
hmm.
You got me fucked up. Who the fuck you talking to? Know what I'm saying?
All right, family, we back. We had to handle some business. We had a crying baby. But you know what I'm saying? That's what you do when you're daddy and uncle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got niece here kind of helping us out and fending for us. So, but okay, back to the story. Where were you? I think we were at the part where
Oh, where he had me fucked up.
yeah, yeah, we had you fucked up. Yeah,
He had me fucked up talking to me like I'm a child.
yeah. So you know what I'm saying. One thing you don't do, man. Like you know what I'm saying. If you don't want to do something, man, just say no. You know what I'm saying. Don't get mad and upset, and then start calling somebody out of their name. You know what I'm saying. But that was the big thing. You know what I'm saying. When you start calling names, you know what I'm saying, moron, and then he came around after he told you, yeah, get the fuck. He said, get the fuck out of here,
Oh yeah,
and all
that's
that other stuff. When you start doing all that, that's when it becomes unnecessary stuff. And you know, what I'm saying, like Sam said, the old Sam probably would have jumped off that truck and handled business.
shit. The old Sam.
And
As soon as he was said,
you
yeah,
call you a
get the
moron,
fuck out of
yeah.
here. Beep 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 beep
He knocked all his faucets
beep
out.
beep 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 beep.
But but yeah, man, that was I was proud of you, man. That was growth, man. That was you know I already knew uh I already knew what was what. You know what I'm saying? When I heard you kind of still talking, I was like, hey, he ain't hit him yet.
Yeah.
But I mean, that is what it is, man. I think that that situation will handle itself. And
Oh, for sure.
you know what I'm saying? And y'all ain't got it ain't like y'all gotta work together. I mean, you go your way, he go his way. So, it's gonna be what it is. But you ain't never did nothing bad to dude. So I don't know why he took that stance. I don't know, man. Like old dude say, man, it's hot.
Yeah.
It's the heat.
Maybe that was the case.
Tempers flaring. Maybe that's it, man. But you know what I'm saying?
You
Y'all
gonna
need
get
to
baptized in that heat too.
think. Baptized in the blood of New Babylon. Nah, man. But all right, man. Let's get into this topic, man. Real versus feel, man. Now, when I thought about this topic for this week, and I knew it had a whole bunch of dynamic meanings that could have went into it. Mentally. People that deal with mental issues and like how they feel. In their mind versus what's really happening. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about, man. Because I was sitting there thinking, and like I'm starting to catch myself nowadays, and I start thinking like I get in the way of thinking like everybody's against me,
Yeah.
but that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Because I know in my mind I feel that I feel like everybody's against me. You know what I'm saying? Because certain situations that happen at work, different disagreements and stuff like that. I feel like everybody's against me. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you got to check yourself and be like, nah, man, that's not how it is. Such and such still talking to you, such and such still talking to you, such they still fuck with you, you know what I'm saying? But like
Yeah.
it's like you know that in your mind. But you know what I'm saying? But I guess how you feel inside, uh, that's not the case. It's not always the case. Um, just like, I'm feeling, just like say family. You know what I'm saying? You get into it with a family member and you like, dang man, I feel like everybody's against me. But, what I'm saying, you see everybody, what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
not really acting, not really showing those signs of being against you. It's just like, it's kind of like a silent battle that you having with yourself.
Yeah. A lot of us live in our own thought process.
Yeah.
Like you might be taking, I done told you this
Mhm.
before, like thinking of a situation and you just building up that animosity and
Mhm.
just like, this person is picking on me. They think they slick. They trying to avoid me because we had this confrontation
Mhm.
and probably the whole time they probably not even
Not even
thinking
thinking about
about
it.
it.
Yeah.
They
They
not probably
like
even thinking about it or even thinking it was to that magnitude of
right,
to
right, right.
just
It
be
wasn't that
beefing.
serious. Yeah, it wasn't that serious to
Yeah,
them. Yeah.
so yes, that's that real versus feel. Know what I'm saying? Like a lot, we got to sit back and analyze the situation sometimes because
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying. I do that too, and then at the same breath, I that's what pops up in my mind to bring me back to ease with calm. Like, why am I sitting up here pissed the fuck off and ready to fight, ready to go off on this person when this person is
You sitting there,
sleeping like a baby at
yeah,
night,
sitting
not
there
even.
building up your
Yeah,
defenses
they
for
not even
what?
thinking about what they just said or did to me, and
Mhm.
they going to sleep at night. But
Mhm.
I am
Mhm.
always precautious. Know what I'm saying? Tread lightly.
Yeah, and I think I'm over precautious, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I be trying to prepare in my mind. I be trying to prepare myself for any and every little thing, and I just had came to the realization I'm wasting energy doing this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I could be putting energy towards running a campaign, this pop up shop. I got my dogs, got my daughter, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I just be really needing to occupy my time. You know what I'm saying, man? I ain't had board games in years. I went bought some board games. I got some card games and stuff like that. Just kind of like just to get off of that. Just to occupy my time. Like
Yeah.
what I mean? Because I be find myself doing that a lot, just over preparing and stuff like that, and just I don't know, try to be prepared for what I'm saying, for some shit that might not even go down
Right.
like that.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Um, but I guess that's just me. That's just how I my in my mind I be overthinking and stuff. But yeah, man, like I always say, man, your mind can sometimes be your very worst enemy. And you know what I'm saying? That's why I kind of started mental game, dude. You know what I'm saying? To make sure, what I'm saying, like just to remind people to kind of check yourself every now and again, you know what I'm saying? Cuz what I'm saying, your mental game really need to be right. And I don't think everybody will fully get it cuz the world's so messed up nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
and you kind of got to do some self care and some self researching. And I'm always big on knowledge of self. Just you gotta get to know who you are. You know what I'm saying? I think
Right.
that's where I'm at right now. Just I'm getting what I'm saying? Because you go like a lot of people spend their lives not knowing who they are, like trying to find their identity, and what I'm saying, they turn, and I think that's like my auntie Candy, what I'm saying, she was just trying to find, it might have just like been trying to cope or something like that, what I'm saying, and she didn't really turn to anything positive. And, wasn't that many positive things for black people back then. You know what I'm saying? And the
Yeah.
only thing, the only escape we had was drugs. And, but you know what I'm saying? That's why I started the mental game brand, man. Try to get everybody to get their mind right. Because, what I'm saying, like I always say, the body don't move unless your mind give it permission to. You know what I'm saying? It's a
True.
very powerful thing. You know what I'm saying? You need to get a handle on it. You need to control it. But that's my take on real versus field. What like when you hear real versus field, bro, like what's your spin on it? You know what I mean? I know you had a unique spin that we were talking about the other day when it come to
Oh,
real versus field.
relationships,
Yeah, relationships.
relationships, or just
Dating period.
dating,
Yeah.
dating. Oh, I brought up the statement of not bashing women, but women say they want that Russell Wilson.
Right.
They want the Russell Wilson qualities
Mhm.
from a future.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you lust over a future and what future does, but at the same time you tell society, ah, I want a Russell Wilson. I want a Russell Wilson to come
Mhm.
sweep me off my feet. But you sitting here behind closed doors, lusting and messing around with a future, like
Mhm. Yeah, make it make. Go ahead, dog. Make it make sense.
make it make sense. Make it make sense, man.
Yeah, man.
You get what you ask for.
Right. Right.
Like, and that's the path you take. You can't just say you want this, but at the same time you live in this lifestyle. Like, you have to change for that. And at the same time, like, I think this has to go with tie in with real versus feel. Like, you beg for realness.
Mhm.
This is for men and women. You want somebody real. You want somebody to hold you down.
Mhm.
But ask yourself, are you doing that in the same breath? Are you
Right.
are you bringing that to the
Yeah. Are
table?
you deserving of that?
Not
You know what
that.
I mean?
Don't just sit here and ask for somebody to sweep you off your feet or somebody to come in and just be magnificent when you are not deserving of that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
it ain't no, well, I need X, Y, Z, A,
Mhm.
B, and C on top of that. But you barely even have X.
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
like that's crazy to me, man. To sit there and think like you deserve the world, but that person that's giving you the world, they don't get nothing in return.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like a lot of people fall short in life. Like, stop being selfish and learn how to give back instead of always wanting to receive.
Mhm.
Everybody's so openly ready to receive instead of giving.
Mhm. Instead of being willing to give, because
Yes.
relationships is supposed to be 100-100. You know what I'm saying? Everybody markets them off as 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we shouldn't be giving the. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be. You know what I'm saying? Giving y'all all. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be hard. I don't feel like it. But all that what you just said, dude, it ties into
What I
one of your
said
well, yeah,
earlier.
what you
What
said
I said
earlier, man.
earlier.
Like that going to belittling. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, nah, man, you can't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't
And
know.
the fact that what I said earlier too about the 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 thought process of what you dealt with in the past or
Right,
how you
right.
even thinking, like, don't in that realm, don't be selfish to a good person.
Mhm,
Like,
mhm,
don't mess them up because they're a good person for your own need. Why I need them in my life? Because I'm just fucked up and they the good for me. You know
mhm,
what I'm saying? you a fucked up individual, and you know you're a fucked up individual, and you want to keep a good person in your life to feel valid, and just to like that's not fair. That's
Mhm.
not fair to them. Cause I don't care who you are and what significant other is always gonna have a need too.
Mhm.
Men
Mhm.
or women. They
Right.
always gonna have a need. You know what I'm saying? And you can't just say, "Well, I don't have nothing to give them at the moment, but I want to receive. I need something,
I
but I
want
don't
to take
have nothing
everything
to
they giving.
give."
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And that's like what's real. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, like they feel like they want a good person. They feel like they want somebody to, meet all their needs, wait on them hand and foot. That's what y'all feel. But what's really real is like y'all don't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't trying to be bad. I ain't trying to harp on
Nah, fuck
nobody.
that. They
Yeah,
don't deserve it. Nah,
I
I'm
ain't
quick to
trying to
tell them
be.
they don't deserve it.
I ain't trying to like look. Don't shoot the messenger. You know what I'm saying? But some people in this world don't deserve, good people, and that's a problem. Like, and the crazy thing is, people think
Nah, man,
how
nah,
these.
bro, nah, bro, because everybody done seen situations where you look at somebody and be like, well, a relationship, two couples, and you be like, you in a relationship with this?
Yeah.
Well, you know that person is
Yeah.
fucked up, and you
Yeah.
know this person is good, and you like, man, you with them?
Yeah.
More power to you.
Right.
Like
Right. Right.
you know it's gonna go sour
Uh huh.
eventually.
Uh huh.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know it's gonna go sour. You don't want to chime in and be what they call oh you just dick pulling or whatever.
What?
Yeah,
I don't.
I don't want to be a hater on
Yeah.
y'all,
Like you blocking or some shit.
but hey man, it's fucked up. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's fucked up.
Yeah, but I agree with this one meme. You remember that meme was like like men and women. You see them get online. I want this. I want this. I want this. I want this. Like these people, you got some people out here really think they good people and they not.
Yeah, that's
You know
crazy.
what I'm saying? They really think they good people.
That's
Like
crazy.
man, you not a good person. You this and this and this and social media. But I don't know, man. I'm gonna forever say this, man.
Man,
Social media done fucked everything up, dog.
I know somebody right now. This is a dude when I know 1,000% he talk and text women all fucking day.
Hmm.
But the moment he found out a significant other is
Doing the same
doing the
thing.
same
He
thing, he distraught. Like, that's what you asked for. You know what
right,
I'm
right, right,
saying? Is
right.
that what you asked for?
What's good for the goose, good for the
And
gander.
what's crazy is that they do the pointing fingers.
Mm,
Well, you doing it, so I'ma do it. You
mm,
know what I'm saying?
mm.
But if that's the case and that's the scenario, why are y'all even mad at each other when you catch the other person doing what they boundaries? You know what I'm saying?
Boundaries.
Boundaries. That's
Golly.
the
Hey.
boundaries y'all set for
Uh huh.
each other without even saying it.
Right.
Like it's just like, oh, okay, that's what you doing. All right, bet. But nigga, you doing it. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like,
Yeah, I think at that point, man, like, yeah, just be single, dog. If you want to do single shit, just be single. Don't be sitting there playing with a good person.
but
You know what
it's
I mean?
that's where the selfish come in.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
don't know how to not be selfish. We live in a selfish world. People don't know how to
Yes, we
not
do.
be selfish. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's hard to find a relationship that's just built off of how can I say it?
Genuine,
Genuine feelings.
genuine feelings.
That's unheard of today. It's always a game. It's never you see relationships. It's all these days. It's like long term relationships. If they ain't like in their 60s,
Hmm.
is built off a game. Like,
Hmm.
oh, we financially stable, or he or she financially stable. Like that's rare to find a relationship that's built off of genuine love and feelings. Like I just knew and so on and so on.
Hmm.
Because you can have that in the beginning, but
Yeah.
at some point in time, is okay. What else you got for me?
Social
Yeah,
media.
you beautiful. Yeah, you handsome. Yeah, yo Johnson 13 inches. Yeah,
Hmm.
yo such and such is banging, poking, and okay, what else you got? Cause that's all fun in the beginning. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? It's all fun in the beginning. What else you got? People don't sit here and put in the time to learn somebody and learn genuine feelings and how this person reacts, how they are, how they
Mm-hmm.
treat their mama, how they treat their daddy,
But
sisters,
another
cousins.
thing, another thing, nobody's willing to build, man. Nobody's
That
willing to
that too.
build.
That
Like
too.
as soon as a person, like nobody's willing to build, and nobody's willing like to help. You know what I mean? Like you got some women that like they'll get ahead of a man, and the man might be genuinely trying to do something. He might be working, but he might not be making as much money as the woman. And I see this in most cases. It's always the female. In most cases, uh, majority of the cases I see, it's always a female. If she starts making more than the man, then what I'm saying, then it's a problem. Then she wants to lead that man because he's not on her level. And this, that, and other. Instead of her trying to help him get to a certain point. And then, in certain other situations, you got women that get comfortable.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's neither here nor there. You got women that get comfortable and don't help. Not to necessarily like, you got your chosen few that, be trying to, that want to help but can't help, whatever the case may be. But you got some women that get comfortable and complacent and things of that sort. But
When it comes to that, that's if you look at the social media successful couples and whatnot, to harp on you to build together. I don't think they understand the build together. Most of these couples, successful couples, they have businesses together, bro.
mhm,
He's a realtor. She's a realtor. They
mhm,
started at the same time. We
mhm,
both gonna sit down at night, read this, study, and be realtors and grow. It ain't the oh he's a realtor, but we both built this together. Cause I sit at home and wash his clothes and cook his food and blase blase.
mhm,
But when he gets to that certain level of wealth, cause he's a high dollar man, and he goes out and looks for, I'm just gonna blatantly say it, a woman worth his wealth at the
mhm,
point that's just life, man,
mhm,
and vice versa too. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? Like you might build, a woman might build herself up from ground from ground up. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? Being a realtor, I'm just using an example like that. And you've been messing with the same dope boy forever, and all of a sudden he wants to, you know what I'm saying, do something with his life. And she's sitting up there, oh, why you can't sit at home and take care of the kids? I'm the career woman. I'm paying the bills and base. But you know the scenario I'm talking about. Now
mhm,
she wants him to be a stay home dad while
mhm.
she's the career. But he really want to get out and pursue his dreams now and
Uh-huh.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like that's, as far as that building. I think people need to grasp that aspect and really not just, oh, you do this and we do that, we a team. No, if you building, y'all need to build together.
Mhm,
Build together. Put your name. If I'm doing a t-shirt business, it's both our t-shirt business. We both down there late at night. I'm getting the prepping the shirts, you pressing. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying?
mhm.
That's just what it is.
I got you. I got you. I feel you.
That's the way I see building. You know what
But
I'm saying?
yeah, I see what you're saying. I'm just saying like nobody's willing to. When I say build, I'm like take the negative, take the good with the bad, or like everybody has baggage. Everybody's got something going on. Everybody's got something that makes them tick. Um, what I'm saying? The reason my grandparents, your grandparents, you know, probably anybody over I don't want to say 70 because I know my dad's situation. But like, so the people that have gone and passed on, like our grandparents and great grandparents. And
Mm-hmm.
that's like that was the last time that a time like that existed. is because like I mean there was no giving up. You know what I'm saying? Giving up was not an option. You know what I'm saying? Society nowadays presents to people that um nobody wants to deal with anybody's shit. You know what I'm saying? For lack of a better word or lack of a better phrase. Nobody wants to deal with each other's shit.
But
No,
that's a lot of that has to do with outside noise. You know what I'm saying?
very true.
People
Very
just
true.
society. We got social media
Yeah.
these days.
The social media is tearing everything
Like
up.
our grandparents, our ancestors, they will learn how to good and bad days.
Mm-hmm.
We argue one minute, the next minute, hey, everything's gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We do that's family value.
Mm-hmm.
People take stuff so personal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because like I think of it like this, bro. The guy told me a long time ago, man, your relationship is like it's like I don't know, it's kind of like how a farmer perceives the weather.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like without the rain, you know what I'm saying? How's your garden? How your crops gonna grow? You know what I'm saying? Same thing with relationships. You know what I'm saying? Without these bad times to get through, to get through without these bad times to get through. Like, you know what I'm saying? How does anything grow? How does anything prosper? You know what I'm saying? You need a little rain sometimes. You need a little sunshine sometimes. We experience it in Houston now.
Hmm.
Look what's happening. We don't have no rain. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had any rain in what, like a month and a half, 2 months, seem like. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta look at your relationship like that. You know what
And
I'm saying?
bad, and people take stuff too personally.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get in one bad argument with your spouse, all of a sudden that MF don't love me no more. Like
That motherfucker
how?
don't care about
Like
me and
how?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like that's crazy.
Man, yeah.
That's crazy.
Uh-huh.
And that just give you the green light to go out and do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Cause you said so and so to me. You did this blase blase to me. Like that's and I'm not just saying on that aspect. Like
Mm-hmm.
men too, you get in an argument, all of a sudden you want to take a car or a gift back, India gifting. Like that's not real love.
Mm-hmm.
That's not real love. When I give you something, I give you something. I don't need a bet.
I done seen man, I done seen you
I,
do that plenty
yeah, I don't need a bet. I don't need a bet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause that was out of
Yeah,
love.
that was out of love.
That was
Yep.
out straight love.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, dude.
And that's a problem with today society. We take everything too personal
Mm-hmm.
and ready to jump ship as soon as a disagreement or you feel a certain type of way.
Right. Well, it's like you said, everybody's doing stuff to gain. It's like nobody's doing stuff like generously.
Hmm.
Like just I like straight out of love. It's like I'm gonna get you this because you gonna give me this in return. It's like, social media done monetized love and
Hmm.
relationships. You know what I'm saying? It's always what I'm saying, nobody's looking at it from an aspect of man, I think this person would really love me for who I am and, you know, treat me like this. Even man, you gotta think, man, a lot of relationships that people that been together since high school is having problems because of this outside noise, this social media.
Yeah.
Well, this is going on here. Like, and usually those would be the only relationships that'll survive. Like people that's been together since childhood and grew up together, raised each other. Usually those are the relationships that survive. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because they're not victim to keeping up with the Joneses, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And that's the kind of society we live in nowadays, man. And everybody's going with what they feel. You know what I'm saying? Except instead of going with what's real. And when I say real, real is like I wrote down in my notes here. Real is like the facts, the cold hard facts, what you could see, what you could touch, what you could put your hands on. You know what I'm saying? Feel is like, what I'm saying, it's matter of your mind. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And necessarily you gotta be careful what you're putting in your mind. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? What you're viewing, what you're seeing. And you know what I'm saying? And like people, I'm just tell y'all people probably done told y'all this. I don't know how many times. You know what I'm saying? What you see on social media, what you see on the internet, man, that's their life. That's not yours. You know what I'm saying? For all I know, these people could be faking that shit. You know what I mean?
Man, I done seen shit
They could be faking being
scenarios where
happy.
have motherfucking fake.
Dude, look at
Motherfucker take his whole rent money just to go to. Oh, I don't want to miss out on this trip. I done seen it.
man,
I done seen
man,
it, man. I done seen it.
man, dude.
I done seen it, and they make it look good. You know what I'm
Clout
saying?
chasing is
They
real,
make it
dog.
look good.
Clout chasing is
It's
very,
been
very
several
real.
times I done went to a club or just be at the mall and person looking fly. Hey, see a fly car. Let me take a picture about this car real quick.
Yeah,
Like just
yeah,
to make it
hell
seem like
yeah.
they doing it like that.
Happens in Vegas all the time, dude.
Man,
Man,
when they really not,
yeah,
bro. They really not.
yeah. It's like what you said. Kevin Gates said.
Oh, stop living off people highlights.
Man, I'm telling you,
He's too
That's
busy,
all it
too busy
is.
focused on people highlights on their Instagram and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
man. And they gonna make that look good.
I mean, look
It's
at
called a highlight for a reason,
right,
man.
right.
That's
But bro, look at the biggest one for me because you know I idolize these folk, this couple. Look at Will and Jada, man. Look at Will and Jada. Look at all of the celebrity divorces we probably done had in the last 2 years. You know what I mean? I mean but when they was all together, oh, I wanna. What's that song, man, by Alicia Keys, man?
beats me.
Man, but she was mentioning the couples, and I think some of them couples is broke up in that song. Dog. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, we sitting there looking at them like they goes, and they got these problems. Or you looking at a certain person, certain individual, oh, they goes, and you know what I'm saying? Like who knows? I mean, look at Offset and Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to them, none at all. But you know what I'm saying? Look at the
I
issues they
mean,
have. You know what I mean?
but I respect dude because he he messed up and
He
he
messed up. He wanted to make it right.
broadcast in front of everybody
Oh
to
yeah,
make it right.
for
I
sure.
respect
That's
dude
what I
for that,
said. No, that's
man.
what I said.
I
No
respect dude for
disrespect,
that.
but everybody's sitting there acting like these people don't have problems.
Oh yeah, they do
You know what I'm
have
saying?
problems.
Everybody like, look, everybody has problems. Like, and that I'm going back to what you said. As soon as people feel like, oh, you know what I'm saying, they have one big ass fucking argument, they think that's it, that's over. And you know what I'm saying, they be trying to sit there and compare it to these other celebrities. Oh, they don't argue. That's because they don't be telling their business to y'all. They just show y'all they highlights. You know what I'm
They
saying? Like you
highlights,
said.
but it's that's why I said with time, to be okay these days, you have to be perfect. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Everybody has to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the I'm doing it. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's the success is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You- Half of people can't even take a picture without putting a filter on.
Yeah.
Be
That's
like,
that's everybody,
that's
bro.
everybody,
Look,
man.
I
That's
think on some of these
everybody.
apps, I think the filter is like automatic now.
They
Like as soon as you pull up the camera, it's a
can't even
filter.
get on live without putting a filter on.
Right.
Like that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
To even something small like that, you don't even think about because
Mm-hmm.
it's normal now.
Don't
It's
nobody love
normal
it. Don't
now
nobody love
to
themselves.
be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It's normal now to be perfect, but
Mm-hmm.
ain't nobody perfect but God.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, nobody loves themselves, man. Everybody like, how you gonna give love to somebody else, man? You can't even love yourself. That's another problem we got in these day and age, man. Like how you feel about yourself. You know what I'm saying?
but it's the concept has changed in its life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Concept has changed because of society, because of social media, and how we live in this day and age. Like it's cool. Like I told you, it's cool to not give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
That's yeah.
That's crazy. That's
It's
crazy.
low key glorified,
It's
man.
glorified to not give.
man, yeah, that motherfucker don't give a fuck. Like,
Like what? Well, your mama sick. I don't care. Fuck, I'm good. Like what? Like people really
yeah,
think like
like I
that,
say,
man.
man, human. It's the rest of as everybody else. We getting like as the years go by, man. We get further and further from being human.
Yes,
That's why like
man.
it's gonna.
It's.
Uh,
I'm gonna tell y'all now. We talk about it every day. People are blind to what's happening in this world.
mm-hmm.
This world is about to flip upside down within these next couple of years.
With
Bricks and
yeah,
everything, and
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
about to flip upside down in the next couple of
The
years.
world we know, man. How we spend our money, what you spend your money on, with how you move. Period. It's all yeah. All of it's gonna change, man.
They're trying to dictate everything. We might get canceled for this,
uh
but it's they trying to dictate everything.
huh. Trying to predict everything.
They're trying
I
to
mean, that's
predict,
all.
trying to
I mean,
predict,
that's all AI is,
and
man.
it's proven. It's proven, and it's not talked about. It's proven facts. This world is overpopulated.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? It's overpopulated, and it's not enough to go around. It's so it's coming that not just the U.S. I feel like it's a whole society of leaderships in the nations that's gonna come together and try to dictate everything, man.
mm,
And just I just feel, regardless if I'm as just an itch of mine that I read upon and I just feel,
mm.
regardless, I just feel people need to realize that and start coming closer. You know what I'm saying? Don't panic in a sense of way, because soon as we all panic, that's when they got us. That's when they got us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Soon as we panic, that's when they all got us.
Yeah,
And,
shit.
that's a defense mechanism. If it's 50 cases of toilet paper sitting on the shelf and we only need one, like you only need one. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But we gonna panic because they predicting, oh, we gonna run out of this, we gonna run out of that. If everybody doing their part, we shouldn't run out of nothing. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Well, I
saying?
mean, these countries, like have been thriving off of propaganda for a long time. So I think it's all propaganda. I don't. I don't really think. I think I even thought I was the type of person. I thought COVID numbers was inflated at one point in time. You know what I mean?
I ain't
You
talking about that.
just to create some type of propaganda, some type of fear, and incitement amongst the masses of people. So I mean, that's just like, uh, you know, I think that's what TikTok is. I think TikTok is a way to quickly spread propaganda. Because I remember at a point in time, look what they doing over here. Oh no, look what they doing over here. It's like, what I'm saying? I always say when they say look right, you look left. You know what I'm
But
saying?
yeah,
To see
it
what
has
else is
it
going
has
on.
its pros and cons.
Yeah.
This to tie in what we the topic is today, real versus feel.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I feel social media. One of the pros about social media is you can't hide the real no more.
Mhm.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
this
saying?
the age of disclosure,
When
dude.
the last time a newspaper was thrown in your yard?
They got something that comes in the neighborhood now, but everything you need is at the palm of your hand nowadays.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Everything you need to know. I mean, depending on where you're looking, but I mean, it's like Denzel said, man. If you read, it's like if you read the news, you're misinformed.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you don't read it, you're uninformed.
When
You're
the
ill
last
informed.
time you sat down and watched Fox News or Weather
Man,
Channel?
I couldn't tell you, man. I my Fox News is my grandma. Well, not my grandma. It's my mom and Terica's grandma. That's how I hear the news. And Aliana watches the news. She watches the news. She watches the news more than I do.
I
Yeah,
can't tell you anything except for social media.
man, that's where it's at, dude. I mean, somebody gonna report it. Somebody gonna say something. Let
Yeah,
somebody die. It's gonna be on there. It's a shame. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how some people find out they
hook
people
'em
gonna
horns.
die. Oh man, look, Sam over here watching the game, dude. He watched the. He's a long. There's no secret. He's a Texas fan. I don't want to say Texan.
We won.
Oh, they won?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Texas beat Alabama, man. Right here, live on Mental Game Podcast. Texas has beat Alabama. But now we gonna end on that one, dude. Before we get too deep and they be looking for our license plates and stuff. Try to track us down, man.
Nah, I swear every time we talk about
Yeah, every time we be talking, but like, look, dude, we gonna say, I'm gonna say this, we out, man. Look, every time me and Sam talking, we get real, like real, talking on like some real topics.
the phones cut out.
Yeah, phones cut out, we get interference, all kind of stuff. Like,
Hung up out of the blue.
yeah, man, hang up on like, bro, you hung up? Nah, man, I ain't do nothing. Yeah, conversation got a little too real, man.
Mm-hmm.
But look, man, I appreciate y'all, the people that's watching, the people that's listening. Appreciate all y'all that have gotten me to this point. I got recognized on Facebook. I know I talk bad about social media, but social media is the only way I can spread my message and get my things out there. So I was recognized on Facebook. I was in the top 4% of creators this week. So and you cut the check. You know what I'm saying? Cut the check. Do something, man. Give me some money. Show me the money. But not but I mean I do this because I feel like it's the right thing. You know what I'm
Bro
saying?
been putting in work, man. I know I've been missing in action, but bro been
I
putting in
appreciate you,
work.
bro. I appreciate
Y'all
that.
know the groundwork he does behind the scenes to keep this going.
Man.
Like
I appreciate you, bro.
it
Thank you,
ain't
man.
easy. It ain't
Nah.
easy, and all the guests that come on, we appreciate y'all
Yes
when
indeed.
you can and can do it. Like we appreciate you and thank you.
Yeah, thank y'all very much, man. Cause life do be life, man. I
Yeah,
mean,
life
shoot,
do be life.
yeah, we dealing with characters at work, dealing with characters out here in these streets, out here in these bike clubs.
Man, crazy.
Huh?
I said crazy.
Man, crazy. But man, we appreciate y'all. I appreciate every single. I appreciate the village, man. Like I touched on last week, man. Without the village, man, I don't know where I would be. You know what I'm saying? The people that's filling in the gaps for me, and I really appreciate. But we gonna get out of here, man. Texas won. I got some running I gotta do, and we gotta go relieve now because Jaslyn in there giving her a hard time, man. But Sam, I appreciate you coming through, my brother,
No
showing your
problem,
face,
brother.
gracing the universe with my baby girl, Jaslyn, her first appearance on a podcast. Period. You know what I'm saying? I got that exclusive. You know what I mean? But we appreciate y'all, man. We love y'all. Remember, man, if you need help, get help. Also remember, life's a mental game. You need the right mentality to survive. We need each other. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't put in this world alone to be alone, man. So, do what you want with that information. Uh, we'll see y'all next time, man. Appreciate y'all, and we out.